grab your gear, let's hit the water. Paddle and fin, where the vibe gets hotter. Kayak fishing, straight talk, hear the stories unfold. Salt and freshwater adventures bold. With multiple hosts, yeah, the crew's all here. Casting lines in rivers, no need for fear. From the east to the west, we're making waves. Join the tournament hype, see how it raves. Paddle and fin, we're on the go. From the lakes to the oceans, let the good times flow. Fishing tales and triumphs will paint the scene. Jib reviews and profiles, you know what we mean. Bring special guests, every episode shines. This is kayak fishing, where the world aligns.
Chasing the 20-incher Susquehanna River podcast is brought to you by these great companies. Railblazer, think outside the tackle box. Kayak Cushion, for them long days on the water. Achigan brand, the official brand of smallmouth bass. Blue Mountain Outfitters, Susquehanna's local kayak shop. Ken's Jigs, need a custom jig? Don't look any further. Nico Fishing Baits, next generation of soft plastics. And Undercover Baits, get hooked on Undercover Baits. Thanks for watching and welcome to the show.
That's 20. That is a 20.
What's up, Sean?
Not much, brother. How are you?
I mean, that clip always makes me laugh. I feel like I always, every time I catch a big fish, that's coming out of my mouth.
Yeah.
But now,
I mean,
now it's 21.
I was going to say, now it's legit.
Now it's legit, brother. Hey, welcome everyone. Chasing the 20-inchers, Susquehanna River podcast. We got some people already in the chats. Mr. Jeffrey Riddle, where's the beef? I mean the fish. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a struggle bus lately on the Susquehanna. It's post spawn funk. Undercover Baits in the house. Howdy, partners. What's up, Randy?
Hey, Randy.
And of course, as always, this guy is on every freaking podcast. Michael Bradley. Evening, Michael Bradley. Welcome to Chasing the 20-inchers on a Sunday evening. We decided to do 2 in a row this time just because next weekend is a very special weekend for the United States of America, the 250th birthday. So we wanted to give everybody an episode before that weekend, so we weren't trying to have an episode that weekend. We want to make everybody we wanted to make sure everybody celebrates the 250th year instead of watching Chasing the 20-inchers. Jake's in the house. What's up, guys? What's up, Jake?
Hey, Jake.
Scotty Hepner, what's up, buddy? Always in the chats and always sending in photos. So, Sean, where are you at, buddy?
I am sitting just I have the Atlantic Ocean behind me. If you guys want to see, I am lucky enough to be down in North Carolina. You can see I am right off the ocean in Topsail Island, North Carolina. So I apologize if my internet connection is kind of crappy, but I'm not in my normal studio. So
you're pretty dang close to the ocean there, dude.
Yeah.
Official beer of this episode.
Nice.
Made right on the Susquehanna River. Not from the water on the Susquehanna River.
Yeah, that hopefully they brew that out of it.
Yeah, I don't want to be drinking that shit. But anyhow, guys, let's get into the river levels. The river levels are brought to you by Railblazer. Think outside the tackle box. First, we have Harrisburg. Harrisburg today is sitting at 3.82 feet. And it kind of looks like they're having a little bit of a rise, Sean.
I was gonna say, did it? I know I've been down here for the last day and a half, but do you guys get some rain up there? It looked
I
like
mean,
it possibly.
I launched. We got a little bit of rain. I launched at John Wright's today, and I was able to actually launch from John
Okay.
Wright's without a problem.
Oh,
But the fishing
okay.
stank. The
Well,
fishing really stank.
that's better than the last time I was there because I couldn't even launch there. I had to go down to the main launch because there's about 5 foot of rock showing at John
Yeah,
Wright. So,
yeah.
well, next we will jump over to the Lewisburg gauge. Lewisburg is sitting at 2.54 feet and just a slight rise there.
Yeah. Yeah, we did get a little bit of rain, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Then next we have Towanda. Towanda's sitting at 0.99 feet and still going down. So
Isn't that
you
the one that
remember
sometimes
last year,
shows
Sean?
negative? Yeah.
It was
Where
like
it showed
negative 1.2
Yeah.
up there.
So at least it's still positive.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Then we jump over to the Marietta gauge. That's at 34.48 feet and also rising. So maybe fishing
Yeah.
will start to improve if it's rising, although looks like it probably was rising this morning when you were out too. So maybe not. So
It was a little bit. I don't know. I just had a hard time finding them. I caught 2 fish in 3 hours and I had 3 bites.
oof,
And the one that I did lose was a big one. So,
interesting.
all right. Last but not least, the Newport gauge on the Susquehanna River, 3.73 feet. And it looks like they have a slight rise as well. Not as much as the Marietta, but looks like they're just starting to rise.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, there you have it. The river levels, they're brought to you by Railblazer. Think outside the tackle box. And now we're going to get into a segment that we all love, the photos, the Achigan brand photos of the week. I always put a post out a couple days or a day or two before the podcast, and people send their photos in. And we're actually going to remember to pick a winner. We're going to pick a winner right after we go over the photos.
Cool.
For the $50 gift card to Achigan brand. So I'll start it off here. The first photo we have is Austin Noble. Austin Noble with nice smallmouth bass.
Very nice, Austin. Thanks for sending that in. Next up, we have Chris Frisetta. Is that how you say that? Frisetta, I think.
Yep.
The
Nice
beast of a
smallmouth. Thanks for
smallie
sending
there.
that in, Chris. Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
And next we have Gary Horst, which I had the pleasure to meet last weekend at the Kayak Adventure Series. Launched at the same boat ramp I did. Really cool dude. Watches the show, catches some nice smallmouth, as you can see. Looks
Yeah,
like
I'll say.
like look at his leg on that wall there. Like he's holding position, man.
That's awesome.
That's some
He's
serious.
parkouring it over there.
Yeah, that's some serious shit right there.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, nice fish, Gary. Next, we'll jump over to Hunter Simon. He's got a bunch of smallies there.
Yeah,
Holy cow, some of those are friggin' ginormous.
Yeah, he sent in a bunch of photos last week and this week. I think he's up north somewhere.
I was just gonna say he's got to be
big
up.
girls.
Yeah, nice, dude. That's a heck of a handful of smallmouth there.
They look taller than they are longer up there.
Yeah, they got the big shoulders on them.
Yeah. Thanks for sending them in, Hunter. We appreciate you. Next, we have our teammate, Jake Karen.
One of our undercover brothers.
Undercover brother?
I think, is that a Cayuga? He was up in Cayuga, I think. That might be from Cayuga.
I don't know. He said he was catching largemouth on frogs in like 8 foot of water.
Yeah, well, that's in the Adirondacks, I think. I think that's where he is now. But
Yeah.
I don't know if that picture was from then or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Next up
Thanks
is
for
my
sending
buddy
that in.
Jason Young. He's been crushing them on the Juniata lately, just finding tank after tank. So, Jason, thanks for sending that in, bud. Nice fish.
That's a beautiful fish.
Yeah, he's got a ton of them.
Good job, Jason. All right, next we have Jonathan Garwickle with a nice smallmouth bass.
Heck yeah. Good to see
Man,
you guys are
people are
finding
catching them.
I
Yeah,
know,
they're
that's
finding
what I'm saying. And not another one of our regulars, JP Poole, also still finding them. That's an awesome fish, JP. Thank you.
Heck yeah. Looks like did JP get a new boat?
I was wondering about that. It looks pretty shiny.
Yeah. JP, if you're in the comments, is that your boat? All right, next we have Lisa Lake Fishing Club.
He's got an urchin bait. Yeah.
The koiki fish.
It's catching them. We'll have to ask our guest about how that's selling with those guys.
Yeah, we'll definitely get into that.
That'll be interesting.
I mean, that's the hot commodity lately.
You'd think, yeah. Next up, we have Nikki Keller. Sorry,
yeah.
Nice fish, Nikki.
She's
been sending in a bunch too.
Yeah, she's been catching some nice fish.
Heck yeah, she is.
I mean, she might want to get into some KA tournament. She could. I
was thinking that too. Chelsea.
What Chelsea she could give Chelsea a run for her money, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Chelsea's the Kayak Anglers of Central PA woman angler of the year.
Female angler of the year, yeah.
Female angler of the year last year. So, Nikki, if you're ever interested in fishing some tournaments, check us out, Kayak Anglers of Central PA. And then last but not least, the one and only Scotty Hepner.
Yeah, buddy.
He's always catching big fish.
Yep.
Good job, Scotty.
Knows where to find him. So,
and we had the privilege of fishing with him a couple times. So
yeah, yep.
All right, Scotty. Thank you. Thanks for sending that in. Congratulations on the big fish. Everybody that sent photos in this time, we really appreciate it. Without you guys, we wouldn't have an Achigan photos of the week. So what do you think, Sean? What do we got here? I'm going to go with Nikki Keller.
Yeah,
Nikki Keller, you won the $50 Achigan brand gift card. So
well deserved.
Hit me up on Facebook or wherever you can find Mr. Carlisle Esterly, and I need your email, and then I will get that to Achigan, and they will send you a code for your next purchase.
Big thanks to Achigan for letting us do that every month too. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. So you want to get into our guest here? We have a special guest this week. He has a couple podcasts, I think he does. The one that I watch probably every Thursday night is the Susquehanna Fish and Tackle podcast that they do with their big tackle talk. And, I get a kick out of watching that. I try to watch it every live when they're live, but I work second shift all the time. So I try to get in there, at least comment or something. And so they know I'm being active on their show. But yeah, they have a big show. They have a huge following. They just got into the kayak world last year as far as tournaments go. They've been running a boat tournament for over a decade, I think, Sean. They've been doing it down on the Chesapeake Bay. They call it the Summer Slam, which is a huge, huge boat tournament. They just started dabbling last year into the kayaks. One of the SFT owners, Mr. Mike Accord. Mike, welcome to Chasing the 20-Inchers, a Susquehanna River podcast.
Got a mid-sip.
We caught you, Mike. Hey, you might be muted. We can't hear you, Mike.
How about now?
There you
go.
We
can hear you.
Hey, how you doing? Sorry.
It is
I tell
now
you what, I think
Chasing
you're
the
going to have to change the
22s.
name of the show, Carlisle, to Chasing 22 Inchers because
Yep.
the last time you had me on, you were still chasing the 20 Inchers, I believe,
Yep.
and you broke that record.
During your
And-
tournament last year.
Yeah, and then you're just recently, last weekend, I believe, I got all kinds of blow-ups on my phone with pictures and
Yep.
all kinds of cool stuff about the 21 incher.
Yep.
So congratulations on that. And
Thank you.
Sean, I wish I was sitting in your chair relaxing with you, buddy. But you know, I just love your show, guys. I think it's a great show, and you guys are
That's
Oh,
what
look
I
at
got last weekend.
oh nice.
Carlisle's got the hardware.
I
Look
thought
at
I'd
that.
wear
He's wearing the
show.
hardware. He's got he carried it around. You know
Yep.
what? That's well deserved, my friend.
He hasn't taken them off. He showers with them.
I know. I bet. I would too. I was fortunate to get a couple of nice trophies in my life, and I dust them off all the time, and I have them in you know, right there so everybody can see them, and you got to be
Heck
proud of
yeah.
that stuff because
Heck
it's
yeah.
Yeah,
it's a lot
well
of work.
earned.
It's
You
a
know,
lot
I
of
was
work.
I was in your shop last week and I was talking to your brother, and he was I never had this conversation with him before. He was showing off his hardware, and he was telling me all about the different things, and you know, you can't beat that, man. That lives with you forever.
Yeah,
That's something you're never gonna forget.
I know, and he's a very humble guy. He really doesn't talk about his stuff, you know, but he's got the real hardware. You know, he's got the Bassmaster Classic plaques, you know, and
Yep.
you know,
That's what he was showing me.
he's got a couple of them hanging there, and you know, he just doesn't talk about it much. He just doesn't, you know, he doesn't bring it out there. But I'm the one that always points it out. You know, that he was national champion, and he fished the national events, and then he made the classic twice. I mean, which is pretty cool, you know. But
Yeah,
I think
cool.
it's you know, it's a lot of work when you're fishing competitively. You know, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of dedication. It's just rewarding when you do well in
When
a
you do
tournament.
well.
It's
Yep.
it's so rewarding to finally, you know, get that win or get that whatever, you know, whatever it is in your mind, you know, a top 10, a top 25. You know, some people are like, oh my God, I got a top 25, which is great. I mean, that is an accomplishment.
Absolutely.
But you know, so it takes a lot, and you should brag, and you should be proud of that. You should wear it around your neck like Carlisle. I'm going to put my trophy right here next time, Carlisle. I'm going to get a big chain. I'm going to put mine right here, you know, because that's cool as hell.
Yeah, I've been wearing these around the house, and my wife is like, "Take that shit off! What the hell's wrong with you?"
No, man, don't ever take it off.
Yeah.
That's so cool because, like I said, it's well deserved, bro.
Yeah. Here's a guy that's new to the area, only been on the Susky twice, still skunking and chasing smallmouth. Any tips on a go-to bait or launch points? I'm in E-Town near Marietta.
Mm.
I mean,
you're in a nice area.
you're in the right spots.
Yeah.
Just get out there and
come on down to Susquehanna. I'll help you out, man. I'll turn you on. I'll get you catching fish.
There you go,
for
Brian.
sure. You know,
Go down there and give Mike Mike up.
We'll help you out,
on
brother.
some fish.
I know you're right on the edge of doing it. We just gotta bump you in the right direction, and we'll get you catching fish.
These are the kind of people that why we brought you on this show for the first of all was because the SFT Kayak Classic is one of the kayak tournaments on the East Coast that really wants to bring in them new people. And this might be one of the guys that wants to do it. And we just got to get them dialed in and get them on a kayak and get them out there.
Yeah. The Susquehanna River Classic, 2026 Classic.
This will be the second one, right?
This is our second one, yeah. And you mentioned it in the introduction that we do another tournament It's
For
called
the
the Summer
boats.
Slam tournament. We've been
Yeah.
doing it for not 1 decade, but 2 decades almost.
Oh wow.
And the whole idea behind that was to introduce people to tournament fishing. Get more people involved with tournament fishing. And we partnered with Shimano, who's been a long-standing sponsor of this event. And your entry fee is $250 of tackle of Shimano G Loomis Jackal and Power Pro. So it kind of takes the pressure off of the mentality of donating, being a donator to tournament fishing. And wow, I'm not going to get in this tournament because it's $200 out of my pocket and it's cash money, and I'm just not ready for it. But this way, everybody's a winner. When you fish the tournament and you have a rough day or you don't do well, you get to keep you get something for the day. You get to keep your tackle, and it just changes the mentality of people getting into tournament fishing, and it introduces them to that great feeling that you get in the morning when you're launching your boat and the competitive nature kicks in.
So how does that? So how are the people that are new to tournament fishing? How do they struggle trying to keep their fish in the live well? Like normally when they come back to weigh in, or do they have 5 fish that are all alive, or do they struggle a little bit, or how does that work?
No, we put stipulations. You got to have a good live well. You got to have the proper equipment. Now we do allow all types of boats. We don't have a restriction on boats, as far as the size, but it has to have a proper live well, because first and foremost, it's the protection of the fish. It's the preservation of the fish. That's our biggest concern as tournament anglers.
Yeah.
It should be for everybody. It should be for everybody, but for a lot of people and most everybody, they take it very, very seriously on keeping their fish alive. So we educate people. We have little tutorials that we give people about using ice when it's hot out, and changing the water and making sure the live wells are running when you're oxygenating the live wells, and using an additive to your live well so that those fish are well taken care of. So it's come a long, long way. And for the new people, they ask a ton of questions, and we welcome it. And we tell people, we want you to get into this sport. Ask all the questions that you think that are necessary, and we want to educate you the proper way, and that's what we do. And we get a lot of new people. We've introduced so many people to tournament fishing through that, and it's really exploded the local events through that, for doing it for I think this is like 20 years, to maybe 20 plus years. I don't even know when we started it, to be honest with you, without looking back on my records. But it's
you guys got to have like if it's not 20, when it's 20, you guys got to have a huge event for that.
Yeah, I think we're getting close to the 20. I think it's right there. I think it might even be next year. We're getting close.
I know a couple people that have boats that I was trying to talk into this year to do it, but next year I'm either going to have one or know somebody that has one, and we're going to come down there and fish it.
Yeah, it's just a great event. It's fun. It's a good time. And like I said, because the pressure's taken off because of the way the entry is, people just have a fun time. They come back to the weigh-in. We have a really cool weigh-in. We have fun.
I was going to say, that's one thing I haven't experienced is a live weigh-in, because in our kayak tournaments, it's all, catch, throw to release. So you don't have that same kind of.
Right. And everybody's like, well, it's, but we work with the Chester County Bass Anglers, and they have a phenomenal weigh-in system.
Yeah, that's what we hear.
We have tubs that goes from the live well to a tub that's treated water, cooled water with ice in it. We keep it at a certain temperature. And I'm telling you, they try to weigh those fish, and those fish are ready to tear their head, to tear their heads off. They're very, very lively fish. And so everything, it's just cool. So we try to take that and roll that over into a kayak event. Take that energy, that idea of growing the sport, get more people involved with tournament fishing out of a kayak. And there's
we've been busting your balls for a couple years now about it too.
Yes, you have, and there's been a lot of people asking us to get involved with it more and more, and so we did last year, and but we wanted to do it our way, and our way is you get something for your entry fee, to help out with that, to take that little bit of an edge off. So last year it was a $150 entry fee, and we gave you a 13 fishing fishing rod. Rapala bought 13 fishing last year, I believe, and they're our title sponsor of the event, and they wanted to do something with us, so they gave out a $100 rod for the entry fee last year, and so it really only cost you $50 to fish the tournament, and you got a nice rod out of it, and you guys know with the rods, they're nice, they're super nice.
I use it as my fluke rod to this day.
Yeah, it was just a great opportunity. That it took the pressure off, and it allowed people that were on the fence, that were just like, man, I just don't know, I just don't want to be a donator. I don't want to waste my money. I'm not that good or whatever. Yeah. But it got people involved, and it was really funny because I think we had 38 38 brand new tournament kayak fishermen last year. That never fished a tournament before in their life, that entered this tournament, and that's what we're after.
Yeah,
that is exactly why we're doing it. We're not doing it for any other reason. We don't make any money on it. We pay out. We scratch a little bit off for our expenses, and all the rest is given out. I mean, we don't make anything on it. It's not a money thing for us. It's a grow to sport, because if the sport grows, then we grow, and that's the way we look at it. And so it's just amazing that we had those people get into this, and they had such a great time. And then several of them I know went on to fish some other derbies. They went on to fish some other kayak derbies, and it worked towards growing the kayak tournament sport. And that's the reason we do it. That's the reason why we got involved. And
I mean, that's freaking awesome. Especially, I mean, you a lot of the tournaments we fish, like the bigger ones, are either $125 to $250, $270 to enter, and you don't get nothing.
Yeah,
like you enter the tournament and you hope that you cash a check.
Yeah, exactly.
For somebody to throw out $150 and get a $100 rod to fish a tournament, I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And that's how you get new people involved.
Yeah, that was,
that's how you get people that are on the fence to kind of jump off the fence and say, I'm going to try this. It's not going to cost me anything. It's going to cost me whatever, So we partnered up with 13 Fishing, which are the great company, great people, very grassroots kind of orientated now. They're really coming into the grassroots level of fishing, and they want to really grow that base of people. And so they jumped on board, and this year they were late getting this thing started because they had some internal things that were going on, but we got it nailed down as far as they're going to be another title sponsor for this year. And
is it going to be another rod again? Or
I don't have the details exactly on what it is, because it's just kind of messed up a little bit there. But they're coming out with a new rod for next year. I'm probably not even allowed to say this, but they're coming out with a brand new rod, and I think that's the rod they want to use.
Nice.
Dustin Cannell is fishing them right now. And so it's whatever rod he's using is the one that they're kind of thinking about putting in, out there. So it's a great rod. Of course, Dustin Connell's fishing it, so it's a phenomenal rod. And so we don't have the icing on the cake yet with that exactly what rod it's going to be. If it's going to be spinning, casting, what it is, but it's probably going to be a mixed bag like it was last year.
Okay, because I know I talked to you about a week ago, and you were saying something about a reel.
Yeah, they
going with the
were
rods.
that's what they were talking about it because they're really pushing the reels again. They bought 13 Fishing, which was a great company for a lot of years, but it kind of was all over the place. They would run a rod and reel for a year, and then it would go away. And then the reels were always changing. Well, they kind of are going to solidify this and really come out and put all their R&D into this that Rapala can back. A massive company like Rapala, which is one of the largest tackle companies in the world, to be able to back 13 Fishing and pump the money into it and the R&D to come out with some exceptional products that you're going to start seeing a lot of this year again. And so there's a lot of stuff that's in the pipeline coming out. There's a lot of stuff that's out, and I think 2026 2027 year is going to be the year you're really going to see a lot out of 13 Fishing. Not that you didn't see a lot already, but because they got a phenomenal pro staff, and those guys are the guys designing the rods. So so
nice.
It's going to be that, and so you're going to get something for your entry fee, and we're going to get all these people. And the funny story is, last year there was 3 guys who who went and rented kayaks to fish the tournament.
Yeah.
They were like,
did any of them cash a check? Any of the new guys?
I
think there was pretty good.
Yeah, they did. There was a couple of them that really surprised themselves and did like top 20.
Nice,
which is a huge thing.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah, and those are the guys that kind of went on. I know that are fishing some of the other kayak tournaments.
Nice.
Kind of jumped in your guys' game. So
I don't know. Did you say what date you're going to have it?
Yeah. So the tournament this year, it's 2026 Susquehanna River Classic, is August the 8th. And it's live right now on Tourney X. All you got to do is go in there and search 2026 Susquehanna River Classic, and it'll pop up, and then you can go ahead and register right through Tourney X. It just went live today, so we are a little behind the ball on this because it was the sponsorship thing was kind
waiting
of
on Rapala.
Yeah, it's just the way of the world, the tackle world right now. The tackle world, for all you guys listening, is not like it used to be. It's a lot different now, and it's a lot tighter. They have to analyze every decision that they do, and so we have to provide a lot of information to them and make sure that they are investing in something that's real. And last year, you guys came out in a big way. We had a huge tournament last year. They were completely impressed with it, and so they jumped on again this year. So
I know. What's the guy's name? That's the rep for Rapala.
Charles Dollery.
Okay, so
yeah,
I guess he was so impressed with my I caught my PB. He gave me a second rod at the end of the day. So
I remember that.
I mean,
yeah.
I walked away with 2 rods after the tournament. So that was,
Charles is a big kayak
check.
guy. Charles comes from the kayak world, and Charles was he was the guy who was the beacon at light. He's the guy who really took it to. He's a rep that works with the rep group, but their big product line is Rapala. So he went right to the big boys and pitched the deal, and they jumped right on it right away. And Charles was the guy who really helped us out on it. And we have some really exceptional reps that really care about the sport, and have the same philosophy that we do. And our philosophy is we're here to help you catch more fish and be successful at the sport. And that's been our thing forever. It hasn't been anything more than we want you guys to catch fish, and we're going to do whatever it takes. And that's how our reputation became, was because we were very free with our information.
Yeah.
But to have the reps, and there's a good many of them that are really high quality people that really want to grow the sport and really want the sport to do well, and they're not just money grubbers. They honestly have a love for the business and the industry, and it's pretty impressive to see that.
Well, Mike, I got a serious good question for you, but I'm going to wait until after this commercial. We're going to take a 30-second commercial, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, welcome back to Chasing the 20 Inchers, the Susquehanna River podcast. So right before the commercial, I said I'm going to have a serious question for Mike. Mike, have you guys thought about outsourcing the judging for this tournament?
I mean, I'm game for whatever. I work with Charles and Mike Reinhold, and everybody knows Mike Reinhold, because I don't know the kayak world. I'm the first one I'm learning.
Yeah.
I know a lot of kayak guys and tournament guys, and I love you all. And but I don't really understand the whole thing. So I'm learning about it, and I rely on, people that are good at it. And Mike Reinhold, you guys know him. I mean, he's one of the greatest guys I've ever met in my life. I mean, he's fair, honest, and he's been doing it forever. He's promoted more. He probably single-handedly started kayak fishing and promoted it in a big way in this area. As I see it now, there's probably somebody who started it first, but as I see it, and him coming to my shop years and years ago and asking for some support for what he was doing, it's been years. I mean, it's been I don't even know how many years. It's been a long time that
he's highly respected.
Very.
So I just rely on those guys to guide me in the right direction. So, I would.
Where I'm getting at.
I think the impetus with our question is that, I mean, we also Carlisle and I are heavily involved in the kayak community, and as such, we know a ton of people. And anytime you have a tournament as big as the one you guys had last year, you're going to draw a lot of the local kayak talent. I mean, you guys drew in people from all over the place, but
would you have 13 different people from different states last year?
Yeah,
something like that.
We had, and that's pretty typical for our events. We get people from all over. We had, people from Vermont that came down and fished it. People from West Virginia, and Maryland, of course, the tri-state area. A lot of those people. New York, a lot of people came down from New York. Our friends from up there came down. A lot of them. I mean, it was great. It was unbelievable.
Sorry, Sean, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's okay. And I just after the event, there was a couple of things that went down that some of our people that are very passionate about the sport struggled with. And I think people have reached out to us ever since they knew we were doing the show and asking us how we were going to address it, and that was part of the reason why we wanted to have you on, was to walk through that a little bit and not rehash it. It happens. I mean, it was your guys' first big tournament in kayaking, and obviously not everything went off 100% the way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, listen, what happened afterwards to that tournament and before that tournament with what was going on in the kayak world at that time wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. It wasn't
It
good
hurt
for
the sport. Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't good for anybody. So and I really feel like we got caught up in the middle of it. We were the boiling point of everything that was happening. It got thrown at us. You know,
and by the way, guys, for the people that are listening that don't know what the hell we're talking about, it's the guy that used to be a kayak angler and fish tournaments that no longer can fish tournaments.
Right.
So there you have it.
Right. And you know, I'm a very I don't know how you want to put it, but I just feel like I give everybody the chance, the opportunity to correct themselves. And I didn't know nobody knew what was going on. It was just like I said, it was just all kind of condensed and came upon us all at that one time. And and I think it just came to a boiling point, and things were done, and that is just I don't see it ever happening again. Honestly, I think those people are checked. They've been checked on this, and hey, listen, are you ever going to have cheaters and stuff in the sport? You're always going to have some sort of touch of it somewhere. Our job is to minimize it as much as possible and move on from it and learn from it, and that's exactly what I think the kayak world has done very well. Is they've realized the situation, and they've adjusted and talked about it on all thousands of podcasts and shows. And I mean, it made national news. I mean, it was just crazy. But it was good. It washed it out. It put it out there. It was talked about. And
all over the country it was.
All over the country. And
I mean, Ben Milliken made a video about it.
Yeah. And I think it was put out there perfectly. It was talked about perfectly, and it was discussed to the point where it made everybody think and maybe change the way they do things to make it a better sport. Yeah. Mentally, number one.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people changed mentally from this and said, we don't want to go down this road. We want this to expand and go forward, and we're going to make sure that we change the way we think and act on the water and make it better. It's called growing pains, and I think that's exactly what we ran into, and we were caught in the middle of it.
It was bad timing far as
it was
for you guys, you know.
Yeah, and one thing I want to say, Carlisle, is and I don't want to dive into this thing because I just don't think I don't think it's good, you know. But the one thing is that everybody knows us. We knows myself, knows my brother George, knows what we do, and what we're about. And we're not about anything negative. We're about positive movement. We're about being positive. We're about, we're just out there to make it better for everybody. And anybody who is upset, you have a right to be upset. We just don't want that. We want everybody to move forward, and we want to make sure that we do the right thing from here on out. And make it better, make it grow, make this tournament be that platform that pushes people into the kayak world. And
Mike, I really don't want to dwell on the negativity of last year and what happened.
Yeah, that's all right.
But the people are asking, like, is there going to be a protest period for this year's tournament? Is it going to be like a 24-hour after the tournament deal, or you probably don't know all the specifics?
I don't know all the details, but in our tournament, you got 30 minutes. It's a 30-minute protest period
after the tournament
in our Susquehanna Summer Slam tournament.
You have a 30 minutes
30
after
minutes
the tournament's
after
finished.
Scales closed. It's 30 minutes.
Oh, okay. After the scales close.
Yeah, and that's the way it is in our Summer Slam tournament.
All right.
And I'll tell you this: I've never had a protest in 20 years.
Well, like I said, you guys, as far as getting into the kayak sport last year, it was just bad timing with what everything was going on. I'm not saying this is all about so-and-so, but you guys were basically throwing the tournament at the wrong time.
No,
I mean, it could have been any other tournament at that time, and that would have happened. The same thing would have happened.
No, I think it honestly would have, and it was about that guy. He wrecked it for everybody. You
know what we have to do now? He ruined us. Like, any fish over 18 inches, we have to take a video, not only a photo of the fish on the board. We have to take a video now of releasing it from the board to the water.
I know. So say it, call it what it is. I mean, the one guy ruined it and made it terrible to the point where we had to rethink the whole entire process, and it's a friggin' shame that it came down to that. And but I think it's good. It's good that it washed out, and it's good that you can look at this stuff and you can say, okay, we can make things better. So we talked about it, and the question that started this whole thing was, would we be okay to a third party judge?
Outsource. Yes,
I mean,
outsource. I think you should do that.
I think we are definitely open to that, and
even if you have to charge an extra $5 a angler to outsource the judging, that needs to be done, Mike.
No, absolutely, and I have no problem, discussing that and getting in touch with the right people, and because the last thing we want is to have to go through this again. It's not. I felt so horrible.
I know you did. I know you did. I actually apologized to you, and the reason I apologize to you, because I'm a kayak angler, and we brought you into this mess. But I think there's a lot of people out there that would like an apology from you, as well as what happened last year. And I think it's going to help all of us. I apologize to you, Mike, as a kayak angler, and I don't apologize for something I don't do wrong.
Yeah.
And I feel like I didn't do anything wrong, because I just like to fish out of a kayak. But we have a lot of hurt feelings.
Well,
it was just bad timing.
Yeah, I would say this. I would say that it would be great to talk to those people who do have the hurt feelings, because I never felt so bad about something that I thought I was doing good at, that I was doing good, than the day after that tournament. It absolutely devastated me, the comments and the stuff that went on. It was just because it's just not what we are, and not who we are. We are, we're here for what we discussed earlier. We're here to
bring in
grow the sport and bring new people into it, and have fun and have a good time and enjoy it, and do the just have art. That's what it's all about. So I, I would say that I feel like anybody who does have an issue should come and talk to me about it, because I know that we could talk about it and we can clear the air. But we didn't intentionally do anything. We didn't try to do anything bad. I had great guys there running it, and I trusted them, and they I mean, Mike Reinhold was, he was really, really put off by it, and he was really upset about it.
I know there's some people in the comments saying there was a protest. Yeah, we talked about that last week, Mike, that there was not enough evidence in the protest to pretty much overturn the situation.
Yeah, when it comes to that kind of video stuff and it's just
photos and stuff like
so
that.
hard. I mean, it's so hard to say for sure.
I mean, I feel like the dude was in the wrong, because they were told the night before at check-in that if you feel like you're in a certain amount of distance from the dam, whatever was said by Mike Reinhold, that you're wrong. The dude was wrong. Things weren't done, but this was your first year.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Some people don't, but I feel like moving forward, you guys learned.
All I'll say to you, Carlisle, and because you know me very well, is there was no intentions, there was no ill will. It was a judgment that we made. Right, wrong, or indifferent. We made a judgment, and it wasn't pointed the finger at anybody.
No,
it wasn't.
And that's why we didn't bring you on the show for this. We wanted to bring you on to make it bigger and better.
Right, and that's where I'm at on this. I'm all about having a great tournament. We're going to do it again this year. We're gonna make it better. We're going to have. Hopefully, we get the 150 boats, because we get the 150 boats. That's the other thing everybody was talking about, was the payout.
We get 150. If we get $10,000.
If we get 150 boats, we're paying out $18,000 in cash.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's all the money.
That's more than the SummerSlam boat tournament.
That is, for cash wise, it is for sure.
Because the winner of the SummerSlam, what they get? The winners like $6,000 or something like that.
Yeah, I think they topped out with the side option pot and all that kind of stuff at like $7,500.
So the winner of the kayak tournament gets $10,000.
$10,000. Yep. And it's
or a check, whatever. But,
Yeah, and we're gonna do it. I hope we get 150. It's gonna be really cool to do that and get the $10,000 to the first place guy. But then we're going to pay down another $8,000, down deep in the lineup. So,
I don't want to dwell on what happened last year. There's growing pains. This tournament is just going to get bigger and better. I guarantee it. I'm going to put my effort in to do it.
I hope so. I hope so. I would like this to be something that when Carlisle Esterly wins a tournament,
the SFT Classic.
Well, if you win
and buys a jet boat.
Well, no, I'm talking about. I'm saying that if Carlisle Esterly wins a kayak anglers tournament, and there's 150 boats in that, then we're moving in the right direction.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's what I want to see. I want to
right now our average is probably what, Sean, 25, 20?
Yeah, 30, I'd say, because we usually have 3 people for AOI. But
if we could get 150, that'd be unreal.
Well, that would be, and that's how you do it. You get people involved with fishing. You get people involved with something they never did before, and that's all we're about, dude. We're about growing it. We're about growing the fishing world the best we can. The little tackle shop in Lancaster County.
Yeah.
We're trying to make do our best to grow the sport and make it better for everybody and make it funner, happier place, and we're going to do whatever it takes. So, I'll say this again, Carlisle. Anything that you guys, Carlisle, that you want to we want to address as far as some cool stuff to move forward with it? I'd love to hear what you guys are doing in the other events. And Mike Reinhold would be the guy that we're going to bring in on this, and we'll talk about it. And we'll listen. We'll do whatever it takes. We'll make it.
I think outsourcing the judging would be your first step.
Yeah, we talked about that last year, right after the event, and
that would be the first step.
Yeah. So we're game for whatever. But
let's make it better, Mike.
Yep. So we're going to have a weigh-in style back at the shop after the event. We'll have a big weigh-in and really cool stuff going on there. We're going to have a captain's meeting the night before at 6:00. Now, this is something you guys can talk about. I had a lot of people tell me that they can't make the captain's meeting, so I don't know how that's handled.
I wasn't there last year, and I can't. I worked the night before, so I can't. I work second shift, so I can't make this.
So we have to figure out how to get the boards checked. I guess that's a thing still.
I came early on Friday and got my board checked before I went to work.
Yeah, exactly. So we're there from 9 to whenever the meeting's over.
Yeah.
So we got that whole time to do it. So I don't know. If you make it mandatory that everybody has to come to get their board
everybody
checked.
should have to get their board checked. That should be mandatory because they do that in Bassmasters.
Yeah.
And what do they pay?
Hobie used to do it. Yeah, Hobie did the same thing. Yep.
You're pay if we get 150 anglers, you're paying out $10,000. That's like that's got to be one of the, if not the biggest kayak payout on the Susquehanna River.
Yeah. So we were telling everybody it's mandatory to be there, and so I was getting a lot of flack for that. But I just think you have to come to get your board checked.
Yeah, you should have to get your board checked.
Plus, we'd like to see everybody's smiling face,
Yeah.
At the shop.
Board check should be mandatory. I feel like you should maybe do the outsourcing of the judging and then see how the second year goes. And if there's any kind of somebody has an issue with something, you have the judges that you're outsourcing to take care of that decision. That way it doesn't fall on you and your business or whatever.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. We're on top of all this stuff.
Yeah, I know you are.
So just so you guys know, we're very, very much on top of everything that's going on. We're working hard on it, and we will. But we're open for any suggestions that anybody has. You can throw them at us. And I'm not saying we're going to do every little thing, but we want to make it right, and we want to make it good. We want everybody to be happy. We want everybody to be, when they walk away, they're going to go, son of a gun, that was a fun tournament. I had a ball. That's what I want.
And for the newbies out there, there's some trails locally that you can, join and get into. Yeah. We only fished one tournament so far this year, right, Sean?
Yep, for KA, yep.
So Kayak Anglers of Central PA, get signed up, man. Go out there and give it your all. It's human powered only, no motors.
Yeah.
So you go out there and anybody has a chance to win it. So
the kayak world is, as close a knit bunch of guys and people that the regular, boat tournament world is. And I love fishing tournaments because I like the camaraderie of it. I'm not as competitive as I used to be. I just don't have the time anymore to be super competitive. But I was supposed to be at a tournament this morning, but I got called away for emergency up to my mother-in-law's.
Yeah.
But I just love fishing tournaments. I love the whole thing, from launching the boat in the morning and sitting around and talking with everybody, and the excitement of whether you're going to land on that pile of fish and
you never know
with that big bag. You just don't ever know. You never know until the tournament's over, and you fish hard and you see, and it's a good judge of your skill level against everybody else that's out there, and you can see where you stand and where and then I like to talk to people after the tournament to see what it took to win and what I missed, and that makes me a better angler. They're the kind of questions that I ask. I'm like, dude, what did you do to catch those fish? I mean, I caught 3 and you caught like 18 pounds. What was the deal? And some guys will tell you what it was, but either that or it'll tell a good lie to you. But you're always trying to learn.
But most of the kayak guys tell you.
Yeah,
We
our
talk
guys
about
do
it at
too.
at awards. You know, like, hey, caught him on the chatterbait with this trailer and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
You know,
well, that's what we do. We get
Yeah.
the winner, and this year we're going to do like we do with the SummerSlam tournament. The winner of the kayak event is going to be on Tackle Shop Live.
There you go.
With us, and we're going to pick your brain like you've never been picked before.
Yeah.
We're going to figure out what the heck did you do to catch those fish, and that makes us a better angler, and that gives us a learning platform.
Yeah.
To be a better angler. Oh, okay. In those
Absolutely.
conditions, this is what they did, and then you lock that in, and you learn from that, and that's what to me that's what tournament fishing is. You learn a lot real quick when you tournament fish.
I mean, for the most part, if you're new and you're trying to get into this and you heard all the crap that happened last year, that shit's done.
It's done.
I don't think that there's anybody out there that's going to cut a kayak in half and do all kinds of shit like that anymore. But
listen,
we still want accountability though. Like there still has to be accountability because you never know, there might be that dark horse out there that is the next new up and comer, and we have to get rid of them.
Well, like I said earlier, there's always going to be that guy.
Yeah.
You know, and there's nothing. If you're going to fish and worry about that, then you shouldn't be a tournament fisherman.
Yeah.
You gotta just say, you just gotta believe that everybody's doing it legit, and then don't worry, those guys will get caught eventually, and they always do. And you've seen it in the walleye world, you've seen it in the bass world, and in top-notch tournaments all across the country. They catch these people and they weed them out. Now it's very, very little nowadays. Not like it used to be back in the 80s and the early times of bass. But now it's worked through it all, and but you're going to get this crazy outlier here and there, and we all got to be prepared for it and ready for it, and handle it, and try to make it better for the next one, and try to fix that problem. So that's just tournament fishing in a nutshell. But we're excited. We're excited for it. One last thing, super excited for it. Sponsor is 13 Fishing. They're super excited for it. You're going to get a rod with your entry fee for $150, and top fishing for $10,000. If we get that 150 boats, you'll be fishing for $10,000, and that's exciting stuff.
Yes. And last year, guys, I fished with that rod on tournament day, and I caught my PB.
There you go.
So there you go.
The lucky stick.
Mike, real quick, before we get out of here, you said it was on Twenties already. Are the rules and everything in there already done, and the boundaries?
Yep.
Okay, so everything's already in 20X, ready to go. You could sign up right now if you wanted to.
Yep.
Sean, you got anything?
Can't get near the dam.
No,
Sean's
man.
I'm in vacation brain. I got vacation brain right now.
No, I just wanted to thank Mike for coming on, and again, I encourage people to reach out to Mike if you do have issues or questions. I feel like he will do his best to address them. And moving forward, let's try and get rid of that black eye. And
I am always available, and I could take it as good as anybody. You can come and you can lay it on me, and whatever. But we could hash it out. I don't want anybody to have any ill feelings towards me or our business or anything, because it's not good for anybody. And we're here for good things, not bad things. So
here's a question real quick to Mike.
Yeah.
How often has Mike thought about knocking George out of the boat and vice versa?
Well, my brother and I have been tournament fishing together for a lot of years. And at first, I'm telling you, we've got into almost scrapping out there on the water. We were very, very, we're both very competitive people and we fished two totally different ways. So it was really bad. But about 5 years ago, something clicked. And now now we make great decisions. We fish together really well, and it's almost scary how well we fish together. It's like I'm thinking what he's thinking what I'm thinking, and or one somebody will say something, and then we're like that's what we need to do. And so we but back in the day, we almost came to scraps out there in the water.
Never
I remember
threw him in the
yelling at
water?
him. I remember yelling at him about a shoal on Oneida Lake. We were fishing a tournament up there, and we were out in the middle of nowhere. This is pre GPS days, so it was all triangulation and maps, and you're out in the middle of this lake, and you're looking for a hump that was 400 yards long and 50 yards wide. And we were out there, and I kept saying to him, "We got to go to the left. He's like, "Mike, I'm telling you, it's right over there to the right." And back and forth, and well, he was right. It was over on the right side, but we were ready. I was ready to throw him out, but a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah. All right, Sean, you got anything else?
No, just thanks again for coming on, and thanks for everybody tuning in and listening. And we will hopefully see you all out on the water before too long. But I figure I'll let you wrap this up, Carlisle.
Yeah, I mean, I actually I had a lot of success on the water due to Mike and George. I have been going to their shop for, I don't know, 5 years now or so, and go in there, and I'm pretty much new to river fishing 5 years ago, and I'm asking questions and, doing all, and they're not hesitant to tell me what I ask. They're not secretive of anything. So I'd go in there and I'd get all the information I could. I'd go to their all their events they have at the shop, and I'd listen to all the seminars and stuff and learn so much I could. And look at me now, Mike. Look at me now, brother.
You're wearing the medals, baby.
I mean,
you got the iron.
If you want to do it, take in information.
Yeah, that is what it's all about right there, bro. I mean, listen, George and I are fortunate enough to know a lot of really cool people and fish with the best in the world, and we fished with the best in the world, and being in our industry for as long as we have been, for 38 years now, we picked up a lot of stuff from those people, and it would be selfish and wrong for us to hold that stuff inside of us. So Tackle Shop Live, we talk about all that stuff that we learned.
Yeah,
not that we're experts anymore, but it's stuff that we've learned from these experts, and even to this day, we have a great pro staff of people that we rely on a lot. We fish with Greg DePalma, who's an Elite Series angler, and pick his brain, and he's just so smart when it comes to fishing, and he relays a bunch of the stuff that's cutting edge, that's happening right away.
And he's also won a Bassmaster event for Kayak Series.
Yeah, down in Gunnersville, I believe it was.
Yep.
He wanted to do more kayak stuff, but it was taken away from his real job, and at the time it was. But I kind of see him getting back into it, because he really loved it, and he really had a great time with it. But so we passed that stuff along, and we made a giant winner out of Carlisle Esterly.
Hell yeah, brother! I appreciate you guys for
bringing
what you
the medal.
do.
So, well,
hell yeah.
We learn from everybody. We learn from you. You learn from us. Everybody learns together, and we become better fishermen. And guess what? You catch more fish. That's what it's all about.
Yep. Mike, thank you so much for coming on, man. We appreciate you. You got any shout outs before you leave?
I saw that a koiki hanging out of a fish of Mark from Lisa Lake Fishing. And that is exactly what's happening with the koiki. Yep, that's it right there. The koiki is for real. Now, everybody's kind of trying to figure this thing out. We're all in this together right now. We're trying to figure out what this thing is all about. But I'm going to tell everybody that's listening, these things are friggin' legit. Yeah. People are smashing fish all over the place at all these local lakes around us. Lake Marburg, Pinchot, Muddy Run Lake, Octorara Lake, all these little lakes around us, they are smashing fish on. And that fish that Mark's holding, I mean, I know where he's fishing. It's in the river. It's in the river.
That's a largemouth, ain't it?
Yeah. And if you don't think there's a lot of largemouth in the river, well, wait, there's one of them.
Is that the lower part? Is that what you're
I-
talking about?
I was sworn to secrecy. I can't say anything.
But
But I'll tell you.
Let me tell you my story real quick with the Koike. I was
Yeah.
on the Juniata River, and I had my first Koike. It was black. I hooked it up. I rigged it all up. I'm like, let me try it. I'm throwing a fluke all day long in top water and stuff, and I'm like, let me try this dang thing. The 6th cast, I'm fishing it like a jerkbait. The 6th cast, I catch a fish, and I'm like, yeah, this thing's legit. This thing is the real deal. That was my experience with it so far.
Well, and if I could just say, if I heard that story once, I heard it 50 times, and
Yeah.
I've heard it in ways that people were saying they caught 20, 25 fish on it, more fish than they ever caught out of that lake on that thing. It was absolutely amazing. So we're all trying to learn the rigging, how to rig it, and it's really coming into its own right now in the Northeast, up where we're at, like all around Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, and up into New York. It's all starting to come together right now. So we're just trying to learn exactly the rigging, the right way to rig it. The double hook now is something that we're looking at. The treble hook deal, all these methods. And I'm telling you, I'm going to go down to ICAST in a few weeks, and it's going to be urchin, quakey, crazy stuff down there. It's going to be the most unbelievable thing that you'll ever see. But what I'm really going to look for is I'm going to look for the rigging options, because that's the big problem right now is losing fish and not getting hooked up right with them because it's such a bulky bait.
Yeah.
So
You ought to go down there with a Koike wig.
Yeah,
You got to get a wig with the Koike. Like
you're right. You're right. I guarantee there's going to be somebody walking around with that thing.
Yeah.
We have we just received a big shipment of skinny bears, so we have a really nice selection of those in stock right now. They're not going to be there very long, so make sure if you want them,
get in there.
Yeah, they're going to go. I think they're going to start advertising those tomorrow in the shop. So make sure you guys jump on there right away and get them. And then I got a little small batch of Mebas from Berkeley.
Oh, nice. Berkeley.
Yeah, so I got some Mebas. I got some Mebas there. Yeah, and the reason I'm saying it is because these things are crazy. They're super hard to get.
They sell out in like 2 days.
We get them, and they're I've seen this before with the chatterbait. I've seen it with the Alabama rig when that first came out. I've seen it with some different lures over the years, and this is right alongside of it.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. Like, what would you rate the Koike as far as like? Could you rate the Koike to the chatterbait when it first came out?
Well, the chatterbait, I would.
A rig.
Yeah, I would. I would put it right up there with it. It's an absolute phenomenal phenomenon that's going on.
That's crazy.
And the problem is, like the chatterbait, you couldn't get them. We were very fortunate because we did the distribution for chatterbaits in the Northeast with the original chatterbait owners before Z-Man bought them. And because they couldn't handle it, and I made a deal with them and said, listen, just get them to me, and then I'll get them out. I'll distribute them out to the people, and it was the most unbelievable thing that ever happened. It was crazy. And then now this thing comes, and it doesn't matter. You could order 5,000 of them, and you get allocated whatever you get. So they're trying to spread them out, and you just sell out of them instantaneously. So. But I think more importantly is everybody's worried about it being a flash in the pan, and that's some kind of crazy thing that's just really
not
isn't
going to last. Yeah,
it's not going to last. Well, everybody I've talked to and everybody that have said about it, like on the tournament world, you'll hear them say, "Oh, it's going to be around for 2 years on the big stage," okay, which that's different. But on our level of fishing, it's going to be around for a long time. It's going to be something that's going to catch fish like the chatterbait, and it's going to catch fish, at times like the chatterbait, at times like the Senko, at times like the Alabama rig. So it's going to be that bait. And it'll all level out eventually, and then we'll all have them, and we'll have shelffuls of them at all times. But as of right now, it's a very exciting time, and we're all trying to figure it out together. And it's what's going to be one that we're going to talk about for years.
Heck yeah, Mike. We appreciate you coming on, man.
Anytime, man. Hey, if you guys want to do one to just talk fishing, I love it. I'll talk fishing with you guys whenever. You just invite me on, and maybe we'll be talking about the 22-incher.
Oh, shit. Easy now. We got to hold that for Bassmasters.
I never caught a 22-incher, ever. The biggest fish I ever caught was a 21 3/4. And I caught 2 that day. I caught 2 that day. Yep.
Nice.
I caught one, and then I think it was like 50 yards down the bank. I caught another one. 21. They were both 21 3/4.
Jeez.
Yeah, I was totally like, this is the 22. This is the 22. But I've never. And I tell you honestly, it's cool that you called the show Chase the 20-incher, because that is a unicorn. It's not. I mean, it's not a unicorn, but it's almost a unicorn.
Yeah.
We're very fortunate to have the river we have that has a decent amount of 20-inch fish in it. But they don't grow. They're not common at all. They're absolutely not common.
No.
And there's
but
guys
believe me, I chased them for 4 years before I actually caught one.
There's a lot of guys that catch 20-inchers that really aren't 20-inchers.
You know how many 19 3/4 I caught over the last 5 years? Probably 60 of them.
Yeah. The 20-incher is hard, man. It's a hard one to break, and there's a lot of people that catch 19 3/4 and call them 20-inchers. It's just the nature.
Oh, not in the kayak world. You don't do that.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
But
well, Mike, we appreciate you coming on, man. We don't want to hold you any longer. We're already at
I could talk all night. You guys are running over.
Yeah,
thank
we're
you so much.
Hour and 20 minutes, man.
Thank you guys so much. And if anybody ever has any questions ever, I'm totally available.
I mean, the people that are in the comments asking ridiculous questions, go see him, talk to him. He'll give you answers.
Come on.
Go talk to him.
Let's figure this out. Let's win this battle together. Let's make the kayak world a growing sport together. That's what I'm here for.
All right, brother.
Right on, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Yep, you bet.
Yep. Thanks.
See you, Mike. All right, Sean, why don't you close this puppy out?
All right, guys. Thanks again for tuning in, hanging with us for an hour and almost 20 minutes now. We hope at least some of your questions got answered, and we're looking forward to seeing how SFT can do on their second go around with a big kayak tournament. But either way, we will be back with you guys in another 2 weeks with another exciting guest. And
happy 4th of July to you guys for next week, because we will not be on.
Go celebrate and be safe, everybody. And we will catch you later on the next episode of Catching the 20-Inchers here on the Paddle and Fin podcast. Guys.
Thank you for tuning in to the Paddle and Fin Podcast Network. We hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget, for future shows, like, follow, share, and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you check out our individual channels and accounts too. Want to be a guest on one of our shows and talk of adventures, gear, or products? Contact us. Thank you for watching The Noob Show with Matt Gibson, Chasing the Tide with Dustin Nichols, The Rusty Hook with John Rapp, The River Run with Adam Fraser Pross, May Contain Fishing with Daniel Woodcock, Chasing the 20s with Carlisle Esterly and Sean Lavery, Friday Night Bites with Brian Schiller. Thanks for tuning into the Paddle and Fin Network. Subscribe and always wear your